Is it possible for a gun to save lives instead of taking them? Prepare to have your mind blown, because today we're diving into the incredible and somewhat paradoxical story of a firearm that truly exists not to harm, but to heal. That's right. What we're talking about today is a gun designed to preserve life. How's that even possible? Stick around because this one will change the way you think about firearms forever. So here's where our story begins, with a simple but game-changing invention called the tranquilizer gun. Don't scroll away yet. This is no ordinary firearm we're talking about. The tranquilizer gun is a remarkable piece of science and engineering designed to safely immobilize living creatures without causing lasting harm. Think about it. A gun that replaces lethal bullets with life-saving solutions. That's the ultimate 180-degree shift in the narrative of what a gun can be used for. Picture this scenario. A wildlife conservationist finds themselves face-to-face with an endangered tiger that needs immediate medical care. The tiger, of course, has no way of knowing that. It interprets any human contact as a threat and might lash out, causing injury to itself or to the conservationists trying to help. Enter the tranquilizer gun, equipped with a specially designed dart filled with a calculated dose of sedative. From a safe distance, the conservationist takes aim, fires, and in no time, the tiger is safely immobilized and ready to receive the necessary treatment. No harm done. What could have been a dangerous confrontation turns into a life-saving moment, all thanks to this ingenious firearm. But wait, how did the tranquilizer gun even come to be? Let's rewind to the 1950s. The invention of this life-saving device is credited to South African game warden Tony Pooley and veterinarian James Stevenson Hamilton. They were on a mission to safely capture and relocate large animals like rhinos and elephants, whose populations were dwindling rapidly. Before the tranquilizer gun, capturing these animals was a dangerous, often fatal task, for both the animals and the humans involved. Traditional methods involved chase and trap strategies that stressed the animals and led to serious injuries or even death. The tranquilizer gun changed that narrative completely. A calculated dose of tranquilizer could sedate an animal just long enough for humans to transport it safely to a new habitat or administer care. Now here's where things get interesting. The mechanics behind this firearm are just as ingenious as its purpose. Instead of firing a standard bullet, a tranquilizer gun uses compressed air, CO2, or explosive charge to launch darts. These darts aren't your everyday projectiles. They're equipped with tiny needles that deliver specific doses of chemical sedatives like ketamine or xylazine. But don't think for a second it's as easy as point and shoot. The dose has to be meticulously calculated based on the animal's weight, species, and even its stress levels. Too little sedative, and the animal might still be a danger. Too much, and it could risk overdose, a delicate balance that makes this form of shooting more challenging than one might expect. You might be wondering, why hasn't this revolutionary firearm gotten more attention in popular culture? Think about it. When was the last time you saw a tranquilizer gun take center stage in a Hollywood blockbuster? The truth is, tranquilizer guns are overshadowed by their flashier, more destructive counterparts. But in real life, these guns are quietly and effectively making a difference. They're used by veterinarians, wildlife conservationists, and even police forces in special situations where lethal force isn't an option. For instance, tranquilizer guns have been indispensable in urban areas where wild animals like bears or mountain lions accidentally wander into human habitats. Imagine a grizzly bear stumbling into a suburban driveway. Chaos, right? But with a tranquilizer gun in hand, authorities can safely guide the animal back to its natural environment without unnecessary harm. But here's the kicker. Tranquilizer guns don't just save animals. They've also been used to protect humans from harm. Case in point, during emergency situations in zoos, if a large, dangerous animal like a lion or gorilla escapes its enclosure, a tranquilizer gun can immobilize it before it poses a serious threat to zoo visitors or staff. Just think about how invaluable that is. not just for saving human lives, but for ensuring the animal isn't needlessly euthanized. It's truly a win-win. So, can we call this the ultimate irony? A gun, an object historically associated with violence and conflict, being used as a tool for preservation and peace? Absolutely. The tranquilizer gun flips the conventional firearm narrative on its head, proving that the way we innovate and use technology matters just as much as the technology itself. Behind every tranquilizer gun is a story of human ingenuity, compassion, and the drive to create solutions that make the world a better place for both humans and animals. You might be saying, okay, fine, tranquilizer guns are cool, but they're just for wildlife and special situations, right? Wrong. The principles behind tranquilizer guns are inspiring advancements in medical science, too. Some researchers are working on adapting similar mechanisms for human use, such as painless remote injections. Imagine getting a vaccine or medication from a distance. No needles, no pain, no anxiety. This could revolutionize healthcare in remote or dangerous areas, bringing medical aid to people who wouldn't otherwise have access. Another surprising area where tranquilizer guns shine is in animal agriculture. They're used for safely tranquilizing livestock during relocations or medical procedures. This means less stress and injury for the animals, resulting in better overall health and even improved quality of products like milk or meat. In a world where ethical treatment of animals is gaining more prominence, tranquilizer guns represent a small but meaningful step forward. And if you're still not impressed, consider this. Tranquilizer guns have also played a role in groundbreaking scientific research. Think about scientists working to track the migration patterns of whales or study the behavior of snow leopards in the Himalayas. How do you think they fit trackers or collection devices on these elusive wild animals? Yup, tranquilizer guns. These firearms enable scientists to study and protect species that are on the brink of extinction, offering us hope for a more biodiverse world. So next time you think about firearms, remember this. Not all of them are instruments of war, conflict, or destruction. Some are tools of peace, conservation, and even love for life on this planet. This episode isn't just about a gun. It's about redefining what's possible. If a firearm can save lives, what other possibilities are out there waiting to be unlocked by human creativity and care? And that's the incredible, undeniable, and almost unbelievable story of the tranquilizer gun. A firearm that proves sometimes the best way to fight is not to fight at all, but to create a solution that benefits everyone involved. Makes you wonder, doesn't it? What other problems could we solve by rethinking the tools we already have? If you've enjoyed learning about this life-saving firearm, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more mind-blowing episodes in this series. And as always, stay curious. You never know what seemingly ordinary thing might turn out to be extraordinary.